Hello, hello, everyone. My name is Lisa Malice. I am part of the team over here at Photo Day. And today's webinar is all about kick-ass marketing in an online world. As many studios begin the transition from paper forms or even some online pre-sales or prepaid orders, as I like to say, to a fully immersive 100% online environment. Our sales and marketing methods, from the methods all the way through the messaging actually changes. So today's webinar is all about that. It's about things that you can do to ensure that your first jobs you're selling online are a success, or if you have been selling online and you're not quite getting the results that you've hoped for, hopefully I'll teach you some amazing strategies today that you can put into action right away by using Photo Day and get that success that you hope for. So that is what today is all about. So thank you guys for joining and watching today. So first things first, 75% of us expect our brands to make more of a contribution to our well-being and quality of life. And what that means is that in today's consumer world, in today's society, it's time to step up your game in marketing. If we compare this to the previous method that volume photographers were using to sell and market their services, there wasn't much of a connection being built with each individual consumer. But when we bring that strategy 100% online, we're in a one-to-one environment. So different things start to matter, right? So it's not a one-to-many anymore with the paper forms or even with online pre-sales and trying to get all those orders on one day. Now it's a one-to-one marketing strategy. And because of that, we have to basically make sure we're speaking directly to our customer, that we're giving them relevant information that they want to see and hear and know about, and that we're giving them a call to action. What do they do with this information that we're giving them, right? Clear, concise communication is key when trying to establish that messaging. Sometimes too much communication can be bad. Sometimes too little communication can be bad, right? Because we got to figure out all those different channels and how our brand is actually going to speak to our customers. So it's really important, first steps first, as a studio, as a photographer, what does your brand contribute to your customer? Does it improve their quality of life? Does it improve their well-being? You're capturing these memories of children, of their children, someone that they love and hold near and dear to their heart. Like, you are doing something meaningful. So that should basically, in your messaging everywhere, you're creating those memories for their kids, for today's youth. All right, so today's society, it's no secret. We are all connected constantly. We are living in a connected world. And when you bring that strategy online, you are connected to your customer 24/7. They can look at images, they can shop in your store, they can submit a customer service request, anything like that, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They'll hit you up on social media. They'll find you through your contact form on your website. It is literally everywhere. So you have to be everywhere. Your brand has to be everywhere. You have to have a way for them to communicate and for you to receive that communication, right? So that's more important now than ever in this online world. And while I might make it sound a little bit daunting, I promise you it is not. Once you establish your strategy, you can just continue to duplicate it for continuous events. And just like you mastered your previous sales and marketing method, I promise you, practice makes perfect, and you will master your online strategy as well. So what are some things that change? And my little guy over here is in the way, so I'm going to move over here. So what are some things that change when going online? Well, I think one of the biggest changes is that because in a paper form or even a prepaid environment, you were selling packages and products first before your customer could even see the images that you were creating, right? So you were hoping to get that package sale, as many things in a package at once to convert to online or convert to purchase all at once. Now, with the online world, especially here at Photo Day, your customer is going to see the images first before they decide what they want and check out all the way to the end, right? I'm going to talk about the strategy before, in the middle, and all the way at the end. But the most important thing here is that your products are no longer memory mates. They're no longer prints. They're not keychains. They're not magnets. You are not selling stuff. You are selling images. Images are your inventory, and the more inventory and the higher quality inventory you have, the higher your sales, the higher the profits will go, the happier the customers are, and the more loyal they are to you and your brand. So remember that image is everything. Get out there, learn your gear, learn how to use the appropriate lighting, learn if they want natural or high key or composited work, and give your customer what they're asking for. That is the first step to successful online, 100% online sales. Now, here are the 4 keys of selling online, and I'm just going to move my little guy back to the other side of the screen. So the 4 keys of selling online is connection, right? Being able to connect seamlessly to each one of your customers one-to-one. Sounds crazy, but we make it really easy here at Photo Day. 2, engagement. Engage them, right? It's not a one and done. People absorb communication in all different ways. I mean, think about all the ways you receive communication from your favorite brands, whether it's through text messaging, scrolling through Facebook and seeing a video pop up, through an email marketing, through a printed mailer. There are, even through peers, just somebody telling you about your brand, your product, the service that you want to purchase. Engagement, urgency, right? Urgency is with the online world. Yes, it is at convenience. We are hitting people up to make a purchase 24/7. And what does that mean? You have to tell the story. Tell them where to buy, how much to buy, and when to buy. So promoting that sense of urgency will help you convert to sale. And then last but not least, incentive, right? The online strategy. I hear so many people say like they're so concerned about, I don't want to sell just an 8x10, or I don't want to sell just 2 5x7s, right? It's a valid concern. This is where you give them an incentive to purchase more. So we're going to talk about all these strategies today in this webinar, and then I'm going to refresh everybody at the end to make sure that you got it. All right, so let's talk about connection first, connecting with customers. So obviously, we always, for the most part, have a gatekeeper as studios. Our gatekeeper is typically school admin, or it's league president, or it's somebody communicating for whatever type of event that you're doing. It's the communications person. So your person that you book the job with may not be the same person that you need to speak to get word out about picture day, right? Always remember that, especially if you're new here in the world of volume photography. Yes, league president comes, books the league, but maybe somebody else is in charge of Facebook or the Remind text app or the emails or updating the league's website or social media. You don't know that until you ask it. So never assume. So always, always, always ask the question. I want this all stuck in your heads. How do you communicate information to parents? I want to be part of that communication. How do I get to be part of that communication? Where can we communicate this information? If we're going to have a successful picture day, we need to make sure everybody knows when picture day is, everybody knows what's going on, and the key selling points, the benefits that you have as a studio selling with Photo Day, the multiple images, they get to view their images before they buy, they get to mix and match them in the packages. Where can you communicate all this wonderful information to their parents, to their community that they have built, right? It is about them. And then how can they help you get that message out? You'll give them everything. Photo Day has all these resources for you, and I will walk you through it, but you need to get them into the hands of the right person with the right messaging to get out. So we always, always, always recommend communicate early and often. If you're booking jobs now and you've got time, get out there and start communicating, right? Photo Day makes life simple. As no more order processing, no more sending orders to the lab, no more having to check them when you get back. So now you have some free time to get your communication down and get everybody the resources that they need. Make a checklist. Make sure you do the same thing for all of your upcoming jobs. All right, so this is a quote from one of our trailblazers and early adopters of Photo Day, Arch Booth. But the most important question that he asked is, who is responsible for all the marketing and content, right? So one of the things that impressed me when Arch initially started with Photo Day, when we first started all of this on 100% online sales, was that he figured out really fast that he needed to be talking to the right person in his organizations in order to make these picture days successful. And you know what? He cracked the code. He found the person that he needed to talk to, and he had like nearly 100% opt-in rates and 100% advance pay rates because he was talking to the right person. If you are not getting the results from your current communication on picture day and your current photo day user, it's because you're not talking to the right person, right? Simply find that right person. I can't stress that enough. So you got to ask questions to find the right person. All right, here's one. Gary Vee. He's one of my favorite marketing gurus to follow. If you guys don't follow Gary Vee, I highly suggest it, especially now that you're venturing into the world of online interaction with one-to-one with your customers. Give, ask, right? It's not always about asking your customer to do something, right? There is so entirely so much noise every day in our lives through text messaging, through emails, through video communication, through social media, through human interaction. So much noise, but you know what stands out the most? When somebody gives you something, gives you information that you need, right? So you're always giving something to your customer that is valuable to them, that they would like give them a way to connect to their gallery so you can opt them in later. Give them an incentive for a reason for doing so. Give something before you make your final ask. It's all about the give, or he calls it the jab hook. So it's the same thing, right? It's give, then ask. So make sure you have enough gives out there before you go in for the ask. And that is important in any strategy. So effective communication. In Photo Day, we have these emails already crafted up for you by our professional copywriters, but you can find them when you're sending out communications, that first initial communication to the coach or to the school admin to talk about picture day. You can modify or edit them as you want, but the way we've written them, the way they're professionally written for you guys is to be clear, concise, and direct. This is what you need to do. Do not overwhelm. I see so many people overwhelming their contacts with way too much information that they need to care about all at once, right? If you're communicating early about picture day and you're just trying to get parents to opt in and purchase advance pay credits, don't send them a schedule 2. They don't need to schedule until you're almost ready to photograph. Because I guarantee you, as a mom myself, if you tell me to buy a credit now and here's where I have to be on this day and it's 3 weeks from now, I am never going to remember, and you're going to have to remind me again. So one thing at a time, tidbits of important communication to get results, not everything at once. Don't overwhelm your customer. It's too much information. When you're handed too much information, what do? We shut down and we only listen to a couple key points that we actually care about. Communication becomes much harder. It can also be a barrier in a lot of ways. Different funnels, different touch points. You hear about the 7 touches of marketing a lot, right? So that's an email communication that will hopefully be forwarded on from your lead contact. As an example, here's a gallery web page. It's just a link. It's an HTML link. You can post it on social. They can text it out in a Remind app. Anything like that. You can generate a link for your flyer, which has clear and concise information to go right to start purchasing photos or the advance payment. And then you have posters. If you're doing an event where parents will show up that day, go ahead and create posters. We have all these amazing resources available for you in the marketing resource section. When you sign into your studio panel, they're all Photoshop files. You can change them to your brand. You can put your logos on them, make them for you. But the communication, the copy, the messaging is already there with the instructions. It's just basically fill in the blanks. We try to make it really easy. Put the signage out there. Yes, you emailed. Yes, you posted links everywhere. And now you have something visual to look at when they show up to the event. If you're doing daycares or preschools, you can print these posters out and you can hang signs like in the doorway or on the bulletin board where parents are checking for information, right? Anything like that you can actually do. I mean, it's a little different in high schools and schools. You're not going to have that type of thing, but preschools, daycares, leagues, anything like that where parents come in to pick up their kids or drop their kids off, put some posters up, right? We got all those. We've got plenty of resources out there in the pro photo world to get inexpensive posters and signage made for your picture days. And then start early with the emails. We got all kinds of email options in Photo Day. If you do happen to have email addresses that you've collected over time, you can use the marketing flyers and mass email those out alongside with your organization doing it, right? So make sure you're touching multiple times, like through video, through email, through text, all that good stuff. And then we're talking about the portal. So I'm in the way again. Let me move my little guy over here. Okay, so if you have a web page and you're directing people to your web page regularly, it's part of your brand. They do a Google search for you. Your web page shows up, right? Your marketing site. Make sure you have a way for them to get to your online gallery. If you're using PhotoDay here, the online gallery you will direct them to is galleries.photoday.io. Galleries.photoday.io. Once they go there, they enter their code. Make sure you have a link on your website and tell them, that's where they go, because they will find your website. People do Google things. I Google things all day long. I know you guys do too. So make sure you do that, because it will help optimize your communication and give them another way to reach those galleries, right? It's all about that communication. And then obviously you got social media. We have some social graphics. You can put this in now. You can advertise your special offers that you're running through social media. I mean, not just your page, but post it on your page. Then you share it to the organization's page. That way they know it's coming from you. Check to see if they have a Facebook group where they invite all their parents to. Can you get in that group? Can you post something? If not, can they post for you? Ask the questions. If you never ask, you'll never be able to get your foot in the door to actually get the information out there. So we got, what do we got, guys? We got emails, we got text, we got social, we got sharing as much as possible. Make sure, and we got all these resources for you in the marketing resource section of PhotoDay. So, all right, let's talk about our social channels now. We got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. I got all kinds of Facebook or all kinds of social channels. Now we got TikTok and everything else since last time I did this webinar. So, one of the important things about social media, and again, I'll refer to Gary Vee here, is that there's a lot of noise, right? And each social channel has a different form of communication, right? The way that you communicate on Twitter is much different than the way you communicate on Facebook. Why is that? Because you have a character linked in Twitter. People are sharing more video and photos on Facebook, collections of videos. With Twitter, it's little tweets, little tidbits of information. Where is majority of your audience? Do not just blast across all your social channels. Work on one at a time. One strategy at a time. You don't have to be everywhere. You just have to do one really, really well where majority of your audience is. So, a lot of people pick Facebook because pick what you're most comfortable with. Sometimes these tasks can be very daunting. Like if you've never used Instagram before and all of a sudden you want to cross over to the Instagram world, you got to build a presence there, right? It can be very overwhelming. Pick what you're comfortable with and then build from there. So that's my best advice I can give you guys. But there's every little bit helps. I bring up YouTube here because video, man, it's like over almost 90% of us consume most of our data. Most of the things we learn about on our mobile devices is through video. So if you're not doing any kind of video marketing, it's like me, I'm talking to you right now on video, explaining services, doing education. You do the same thing. You get on camera, and trust me, I know how uncomfortable it is to be on the other side of the camera. When I first started doing this, it was terribly awful and I had a lot of anxiety over it. But the more you do it, the better you get. And it is extremely valuable. Kids these days, I mean, especially mine, they don't even know what it's like to hold a phone to their ear. Everything is FaceTime, right? So the generation right now, the young millennial parents, they grew up with this face-to-face digital connection. You got to fit there. I mean, especially if you've been doing it for a while, you got to get comfortable doing it. And if you can't get comfortable doing it, then find somebody who can for your business. It's very simple, very easy. Get on camera. You can say a lot of words in a little bit of time, and they're going to absorb it. Video is key, right? Video is key. Not words on a screen. You talking to your customer. Make it personable. I mean, you guys are the rock stars, not PhotoDay. You're the one creating the images. You're the one establishing the relationship. You're the one the kids get to see. Their expression lights up when you guys act goofy behind the camera. You are the person connecting your brand with your customer. So always remember that. All right, so create engagement and excitement. These are some different ways we do it with PhotoDay. What's really, really great, okay, if you guys haven't figured it out by now, I love, love, love sales and marketing. So I'm also a data nerd. So I love all of this stuff. that I'm about to share with you guys. So when you create that engagement and that excitement, you could do it through different channels. And this is what we have automatically. It's so easy in Photo Day. So text marketing, right? I'll go over some basic rules, but text marketing is one way. Advanced pay. I love, love, love advanced pay because it's not prepay. It's not buy a package first. It's commit to a little bit of money. Like you can do advanced pay in denominations of $5, as little as $5. They text a code, they buy an advanced pay credit, they are connected and they are qualified. That means they are going to convert the sale because they've already pre-committed to you, right? They're going to convert the sale, and it's a great way to qualify your buyer when you're doing a lot of image editing, a lot of building a composites, or whatever else you got to do, or simply you're running special offers or discounts. I see a lot of studios using advanced pay, giving away, hey, if you make a $35 purchase today, I'll give you free shipping on your order when you convert the sale. You're committing at least spending $35 with me. The least I can do is give you free economy shipping for that order, right? 99% of the time, they're going to spend more than the $35. Money spent is money forgotten. Build this in. Nothing is ever truly free when it comes to offers and discounts. Remember that. In this world, nothing is free. It is built in somewhere. So make sure you do that. Dynamic packages. What I mean by that is design your packages in a way, first of all, you got to pinky promise me that you will never put your paper pre-sale order form in Photo Day. Promise me, guys. Don't ever do that because it's not going to work. Because what did we say in the beginning of this? You are not selling memory mates and coffee mugs and all that stuff. You are selling your images first. So your packages have got to change, or they're not going to make sense to the consumer. They're not going to make any sense at all because now they see, 5 to 10 images. You took of their child. That might be buddy or a family photo or multiple team photos in there. And your package, your economy packages is a memory mate, a 5x7, and 4 wallets. Doesn't make sense because now they're able to mix and match, right? Rethink your packages. So, you can mix digitals with prints. You can get 4 5x7s, get 4 high-res digitals to print more yourself. You can do different types of packages to accommodate a different number of poses. And I see this a lot too, especially in our Photo Day users group. If you're on Facebook, make sure you're joining our Photo Day users group. If you are signed up to be a Photo Day user, we have what's called the PD100, right? The bigger orders. You're never going to achieve those bigger orders if you don't give packages big enough for your customers to put all their images in that they want to buy from you with various products. So put some monster packages in there, $100 plus packages, put a couple, money saving packages, just whatever they do, they can save money by ordering a package versus buying from a la carte. Make sure you do the math, or use Google Sheets to do the math for you, but make sure you do the math and that buying a package is truly less expensive than buying an a la carte. And then you can feature products. So a good example of this is around the holidays. You might want to you can feature up to 5 products on your price sheet. So you might want to feature like ornaments or other various photo canvas wraps, any kind of photo gifting items that you think speaks to mom or dad for that type of photography that you're selling with Photo Day that they want to buy to gift other people around the holidays. You got coffee mugs, you got keychains, that stuff. You can feature those products specific times of the year. That way when people go to your storefront, they see those products first, right? Because that's what they're shopping for. Photo Day also does a little bit of AI algorithm. We determine the most popular selling products for the lab that you're using during that time, and we'll present popular products as well. But you can force feature any products you want up to 5 on your price sheet. All right, so let's talk about text marketing best practices, because we get this question a lot, especially if you were using a previous service or you just have questions about text marketing in general. The way Photo Day works is that we have a short code. 90738 is the Photo Day short code. I love short code text marketing. First, it's simple. Second, it usually does not go to your unknown senders in your phone. Third, it's really, really fast. So when you're blasting out messages to thousands of people, everyone gets them instantaneously. With long code text marketing, that doesn't happen. It takes a long time. It goes right to their junk. There's so many negatives. But getting opt-ins is so important. They have got to sign up for the communication, because spamming, who likes to be the spammer? Spammers damage your brand integrity. You don't want to spam people, right? So with Photo Days text marketing, they opt in. We ask them if they want to receive notifications. They agree to receiving the notifications. You know what that means? When we text them again, they actually want to read it and want to be reminded, right? So that is where we want to go with it. They're going to opt in to that 90738 number using the gallery codes that you create. So give them a way to opt out. We give them a way to opt out. It says text stop to opt out. You always want to do this. If you're using another brand text marketing service, follow these same best practices. There are very important FCC rules and regulations, and you will get fined if you don't. So make sure you pay attention. And then text, this is a courtesy thing. Text only during your business hours or during the hours that you're supporting. So don't publish a gallery and then head off to Cabo for the weekend, because then you won't be able to support your customers if they have questions, right? Publish your gallery when you're working so you can be there to answer your customers' questions, because you are connecting to each person one-to-one. And there's nothing more frustrating than, oh, somebody just communicated with me. Let me ask them a question. Oh, they're gone for 3 days. That's frustrating to the customer. And frustration means shopping cart abandonment, lower sales. So always text or publish your galleries. Use the publish later feature. If you are a night owl editing and ready to publish your gallery with Photo Day, publish it the next business day where you're working. And keep it short and sweet. All of our text messages at Photo Day are crafted to be 160 characters or left with short lengths, because we don't want the messages to be broken up on some devices or some cellular data plans. So we want the links to be solid and the messages need to be sweet. You text too much, it's a novel, you lose attention, nobody reads it, you lose customers, right? That's how it happens. Keep it short and sweet. There's a strategy for everything here, guys. So what are some things that we text the parents? Bring picture data to the parents. They opt in, we tell them they're subscribed to the gallery. When you publish, we tell them their photos are ready. And then there's also some custom SMS campaigns that you send out, but the most important one is the auto campaign. So with Photo Day, it's intelligent text marketing. And what that means is when they opt into the gallery, we know if it's an advance pay. So if you have it set to advance pay with an offer, we'll let them know that there's an offer and they should make an advance payment to get it before the gallery is published. Now, once you publish the gallery, we know who bought credits and who didn't buy credits. So they get different messages. The people that bought credits, we remind them to use their credit. If it's incentivized, we tell them what their offer code was that you gave away with that advance pay purchase. If they just opted in, then we tell them their pictures are ready to view and purchase, right? And then if they don't go to sale after that first published text, they'll get subsequent texts on day 3, day 5, day 7, day 14, and day 30, or until they make a purchase. Now, if they make a purchase on one of those campaigns, they go into a different campaign. So they go into another campaign that says your order's been received. And then when the lab ships it, they get the order has been shipped. Here's your tracking number all the way to their doorstep. So we know if they bought or not, or where they're going with their job, and it's automatically set up for you. You don't need to change anything. Now, expiration text will only go out to people who have an advance pay credit and you're expiring the gallery. If you want a custom expiration text, or you want a best price series, or the famous get, first 2 days the gallery is published, get a free social sharing download in every package, and you set that up on your price sheet, you can always reach out to us in the support chat, the little bubble in the lower right-hand corner of your screen, and we'll go ahead and get that set up for you. So be clear and concise with the text marketing. We got your back on that one. But if you're doing another funnel on the side, same best practices apply. All right, so let's talk about advance pay. Again, this is one of my favorite things. Advance pay by credit now, you can save later. You don't have to use advance pay like this. You can use it as in like a requirement. They have to buy it to be photographed in a certain amount of costumes, like as the example for dance. Or you can use it like exchange the prepay order form. With paper order forms for, like, let's just say Youth League, you used to require them to hand you one before you took their photos. Well, you can require them to make an advance pay credit before you take their photos. That'll help defer the cost that you're going to spend compositing, all that time you're going to spend with the compositing. But if you do choose to incentivize advance pay, make it your best offer. Don't come out with a better offer and penalize the people who got put skin in the game early. So make it whatever your best offer is going to be if you do decide to incentivize advance pay. Now, packages that sell. So when you set up packages in Photoday, do not, okay, got another pinky promise. You got to promise me to not name them package A, B, C, D, E. Don't do that. Don't do that because we don't have to. There is no alphanumeric coding for packages and products in Photoday, right? You call it what it is. So if it's your biggest monster package with everything in it and you're going to price it for like $150 for the shock value, call it the shock value package or the monster package or whatever it is, right? Call it what it is because it's going to look better in your storefront. Just trust me. Then package A, B, C, D. So focus on value. You can even put this in the name of your package. Monster package, save $50. Like that's your package name, right? They go in there. The description, for the description, do not write what the contents of your packages are. That happens automatically in Photoday. You can put things in that description like save $50. A portion of these proceeds is donated back to your organization, anything like that. Don't tell them that they get a team or a class photo in the package because the way it works in Photoday is they can put whatever images and whatever products they want. So don't tell them something's included and then they go and order it and they don't get the thing included that you put in the package description. They're going to get mad at you, right? So don't do that. That's not how it works. I highly suggest walking through the shopping cart yourself after you set up a demo gallery for the first time, just to make sure you got all of that covered. And then digital download packs, multi-download packs, man, do not undervalue the digital. A ton of sales in Photoday happens to be digital files, right? So they don't cost you anything. We have two different ones, social sharing and high res. High res comes with a print release. Social sharing does not. It's our job, it's your job to educate to the consumer what is right and what is wrong. Do not sell a social sharing download against a high res download because they're always going to buy the cheaper one and then they're going to get mad at you when it print's blurry and they don't even have a print release and they're not going to understand, right? It's part of our job to educate. We are in this industry. Our consumer most likely is not, and they may not know the difference. So don't confuse them. Don't contribute to that. Use social sharing downloads in your packages, give them away for free, put them in your biggest packages, use them as a package item. Don't sell them against the high res. Build out high res packages, pack of 2, pack of 4, pack of 6. Every time they buy more, they save a little bit more per download. It's always a savings out of a la carte. Mix and match them with prints. It's really great. And then that way, if they print them at Walgreens or CVS and they look bad, it's not your fault because they got the pro print to compare it to. Now it's Walgreens' fault, right? So make sure you set your packages up for digitals too because they are valuable and price them right. Don't ever price them super dirt cheap because they are valuable. They are valuable. Everybody wants them. And you guys have great images. And they're buying your great images. So they're valuable. All right, savings bundles. Simple digital pack, measurable savings, high resolution downloads. These are really great. So this is just an example. It's a pack of 3 or a pack of 4 downloads. If you guys are shooting rec youth or even preschools or daycare, a good starting point for a pack of 4 downloads is $99. $99, I see it from 99 all the way to 129, depending on the style and the level of photography, right? So you can go as low as 99, you can go as high as 129. That's a really common price point that I see for anyone wondering how to sell those pack of 4 downloads when you create them. Now, custom storefronts is something we have at Photoday. You can change your package names here. You can change your featured products here. You can remove the guesswork. It's very simple. It'll display the pricing automatically. If you want the savings displayed, go ahead and put it in the name of your package. You can use emojis in your package name and make it even a little bit more fun on the storefront. But once they go into the gallery, find their images and go to buy, they'll be in your storefront to start buying. And then make it urgent, man. This is where it comes in. This is the icing on the cake, right? You got to tell the story of when and why you want customers to purchase from you. So time-based offers, expire every single one of your offer. If you're doing advanced pay offers, expire them at the end of spring season, at the end of fall season, or at the end of the year, whatever you prefer. You can do limited time price sheets. You can make one price sheet. That's your master price sheet, right? That's your one price sheet. You can duplicate that whole price sheet and you can add social sharing downloads to your packages. That can be your first 2 days. First 2 days, put that price sheet on the gallery, they get a free social sharing download. After that, it goes to your regular price sheet. No social sharing downloads for free in the packages anymore. And then you can make another price sheet, duplicate that one, delete all your packages, and say, hey, guess what? If you don't buy within the first 30 days, all the packages go away. All the money saving packages go away. And you can swap out to that price sheet. So you can do stuff with price sheets that really don't take a lot of time, and you can just attach different ones to the galleries. Flash sales. If you got a gallery that's completely stalled out, maybe you uploaded new images to it because something happened in the editing process you weren't happy with, or your customers weren't happy with, run a flash sale, right? That's one text. You can request it in the bubble. You can also add it as a gallery promotion. But you can say like, hey, this day only, get free shipping, but you have to order today. Limited time flash sales work. They work on all of us, especially when it's good. Don't do like 10%. 10%, do free shipping, do $10 off, something substantial when you're running a flash sale for good results. Gallery expiration, expire your galleries. When you expire galleries, especially like if you're doing school sports or schools, preschools, daycare, if you expire them, it promotes that sense of urgency for you. If you're giving back fundraiser deadlines, make sure the league or the school knows, hey, I'm only giving you a fundraiser up until this date. And then after that, the school fundraiser's over, the sports fundraiser's over. There's no more commissions on those sales after this date. You can communicate that with our custom SMS feature and through email campaigning. And then the seasonal promos, those are promos throughout the year. I think that's going to be next year on my next screen. But this is a great feature of Photo Day. So the more you use it, the more jobs you have, the more opt-ins you have, the more effective these promos are. And they are so entirely simple to set up. And it's easy. Like all you have to do is have jobs that you have to publish with opt-ins in the last 180 days, so 6 months ago, and you drop them all into one of these promos that are specifically timed so they receive their presents before, like Mother's Day or Father's Day or Grandparents' Day. Some of them are just flash sales on that day, like Tax Day, St. Patty's Day, Labor Day. There's a sale on that day, but they are timed. All you got to do is push your galleries into them, attach an offer, hit start promo, and it will start on its time. That's in the promo section of your storefront in the studio panel. And you guys can take advantage of those. It's free text marketing, and it does convert the sale and will track it for you. So driving more sales with the right incentives, right? You got to time it right. And you got to have offers before, during, and after picture day. You can use the same strategy for all your jobs, no matter what they are, school, sports, preschools, whatever. Don't think you got to make a different strategy for every single type of market that you're doing or every single job that you have. Do it seasonally. Like for the first half of the year, these are my promos. Run it, see what you didn't like about it, what you loved about it, tweak it, improve it for fall, right? I like to think of one first semester, second semester of the year, right? In volume photography, that's how we operate. Motivate the behavior right you want with these offers. Do you want to get your orders sooner, or do you want those offers to increase your sales? Because there's two different, that's incentive, like that's spend and speed. We're going to talk about that a little bit more. And then give customers what they want, right? All too often in the online world, I see people with concerns of sharing photos on social media that are just screenshotted from the gallery. Well, guys, if you have free social media downloads in your packages and you are incentivizing people or utilizing advance pay, your chances of people screenshotting and sharing your images goes way down. You're qualifying your buyers and you're giving them what they want, something to share on social media. 90% of the time, consumers do not know what they're doing is wrong. Most consumers don't really understand that sharing a copyrighted image on Photo Day is, or from Photo Day to their social media is wrong. They're just trying to show off your awesome photo to all of their friends because they're so proud of their kid, right? So just give them a reason not to do it. Give them the files without the logo going across in a package sale if they buy sooner, right? Tell the story so you don't have to have those concerns. All right, we bring picture day to you. This is just an example of a poster that you can have. A lot of studios started creating SMS QR codes. There's a free QR code generator. You can search on Google, but you can make a QR code and put that on these posters that has, like, when they take a picture of it with their phone, it'll automatically bring up the text box that has 90738, and the access code gets them right into the gallery. But it's all about communication, making it simple, getting those opt-ins, creating those great images, and delivering your marketing strategy all the way to the end. This is just another example. This is a banner. You can hang this on the side of tents, but it's basically, what I want you to really look at here is the very simple wording, getting people excited. What is this? We're bringing picture day to you. Forget the order forms and waiting weeks for your photo. This is our studio name. This is how you get the photos, right? When I go to events, I like to tell people, like, you're never going to see these photos unless you opt in. So did you opt in? Dad, did you opt in? Mom, did you opt in? I run around, get everyone to opt in. If you don't have somebody running around on one of those league picture days getting people to opt in, you're not going to get awesome results. Trust me, been there. So ask people to opt in. Whoever you got at that sales table, make sure they are extroverted and they are able to communicate clearly, opt in, and they know how to help people text the code, go scan the sign. And then after the first hour or two, especially like on a league picture day, they all start doing it for you. You don't have to do it anymore, but you got to kick it off. You got to have somebody strong, making sure to give everybody instructions. And it's important that you know how to do it yourself, right? If you don't know, if you've never been through the process, you're going to have a harder time explaining it. You have to learn it. You have to be confident with it. You have to know that it works, and it will work for everybody else. But if you're not confident, you don't believe in it, you have hesitations, you're unclear, your customers are going to be unclear and hesitant and everything else. So make sure you know your stuff for the best result. All right, so here's some types of incentives to share with you guys. This is the perfect time to screenshot if you wanted to screenshot this now. But so you got speed. We talked about that. Offers, gallery expirations. What are some examples? We're putting expiration dates on the offers. Get your photos while you can. The gallery expires in 1 week, right? These are speed. You can do friendly competition. We have this thing in the offer parameters called maximum redemptions. This is how many times an offer code can actually be used. It's very useful if you're given a deep discount, like say 20, 30% off to your photo helper on that day, and you don't want them to share the code around. Make it only be able to use one time. That way, once they use it, nobody else can use that. You can do friendly competition. The first 20 people get $10 off their order. You can use it like that and just get people purchasing. Early bird motivation, purchase a credit, get $5 off your order later, and free shipping, right? So you can stack free shipping on the discount. Only one offer code can be used per order at redemption right now. So that's all we have. And that will help they won't stack coupons with you. Trust me, it doesn't work. They can only use one at a time. Now, spend. You can create offers to get to the next level. The more they spend, the more they save. Kind of what we do in packages, but broken out and now in the form of a discount offer code, right? Say 5 on 30, 10 on 50, 15 on 75. The more they spend, the more they save. And once you do that, combine it with a bunch of different varieties. And it's not just about poses, guys. When you're creating these variety of images, it is also about expression. Actually, it's more about expression than it is about anything else, because you can mess up the lighting, you can mess up the composite, but if you capture the right expression of that child, that is what mom looks at first. That's what we all look at first. When we look at a picture of our kid, we look at their expression. We look at what they were feeling during that moment. We look at that expression. Expression sells. We don't look and see if there's green spill in the hair right away. We don't look and see if you messed up their name right away. We look at their face first. The first thing, right? Make sure you get different various expressions. You don't have to change the pose to get great expressions. You can do game face. You can do smile for sports. For kids in school, especially in daycares or elementary, you can get those great smiles. If you're doing sibling shots, you can do look at each other and laugh, and then look at me and smile, like different varieties of expressions. And then for even for like elementary school up to middle school, like have them do some smile for mom, and you know what? Break the ice, especially for the awkward middle school years, and tell them to make a funny face at you and then smile for mom. The second smile will be a lot different than the first smile once you break the ice And that's going to give you a variety of images for them to choose from. Mom will buy all of them in a lot of cases. But make sure you do those bulk discounts. The more they buy, the more they save, right? Give them a way to buy and a reason to buy all the images that you're creating. So what do we got here? We're wrapping up right at about 45 minutes. I appreciate you guys sticking with me this long, but the 4 keys to selling online: ingrain this in your brains: connection, engagement, urgency, and incentive. Those are the things that you have to worry about when you're building out your strategy. How are you going to connect? What are the different channels? Engage them in these different channels, promote that sense of urgency, and give them an incentive, whether it's speed or spend or a combination of both. These are the important details of your online strategy that you need for every job that you're doing for optimal success, right? These are very important keys. And if you guys have any questions, I'm always here to help. You can email me. My email is lisa@photoday.io. You can reach our wonderful customer success team in the support chat bubble or at support@photoday.io. And if you're new to Photoday, welcome, and you want to sign up, head on over to photoday.com. We'd love to have you as part of our family. Don't forget, guys, once you sign up for Photoday, join our Facebook users group. It's just go to Facebook, type in Photoday users in the search bar. You will find us. Join our group after you sign up for an account, and you can see it's a great community. Everybody's helping each other. You can see a lot of the things that are going on at Photoday. Make sure you join our group. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.